who's your candidate? Who do you want people to vote for? Who do you think people should vote for? Whatever the race, from national all the way down, who should people vote for? This is your open line opportunity to get in. You could even be a candidate. At this point, lines are open. We owe no equal time if a candidate gets in. This is open lines, all right? Here we go, and we start with Mitch in Clinton. Good morning, Mitch.
Morning, Bill.
What do you think?
I'd like to just say one thing, and then I'll tell you who I'm going to vote for in the presidential election.
Yes.
One of the things that bothers me about the election is we get sidetracked too much on what I call minor issues instead of major issues.
Mm-hmm.
I got in front of me an article that was in the New York Post last Wednesday, and what it says is the American Apparel Company that makes clothes in the United States and Los Angeles is going to probably have to shut down. There are now 200,000 workers in Los Angeles that are going to lose their jobs. And that's the kind of issue I think should have been discussed a lot more than it was in this election.
Well, Mitch, there were no issues really discussed in this election except for just both sides digging up dirt on each other.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that was really bad, really disgusting. So as a result, and also you guys are right in pointing out if you're thinking of voting for Trump, unfortunately, in the state of New York, the way the poll is showing everything else, if you do that, it's a wasted vote because the people in New York City are going to vote for Hillary, and she'll get all 29 electoral votes. So as a result, I'm going to vote for myself for president and my son for vice president. And if anybody else wants to write in our names, they're more than welcome.
Mitch, that's not a wasted vote. You're not wasting your vote when you do that.
Well, Mitch, first of all, they have to put your last name down. What would your last name be?
Pezdek, P-E-Z-D-E-K.
Okay, I think it's funny, and I know a lot of people that cannot vote either way and are voting for somebody. Let me tell you, a vote for Gary Johnson, a vote for Mitch. I think they're pretty equivalent, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I would actually prefer Mitch over Gary Johnson for president.
That's a very good point.
I'll tell you that.
Mitch, we're with you, okay?
And one last comment, because you guys were talking about the referendum in Utica on paving.
Yes.
I've sent a letter to the paper before that I think there should be a referendum on whether the hospital will be located downtown in Utica or up where St. Luke's is now. I think the people should vote on that because it's going to have a big impact on traffic and on taxes, and I think the taxpayers in Utica should have a voice in it.
All right. Very interesting, Mitch. Thanks. Paul is standing by on the line right now in Hinckley. Paul, good morning.
Good morning.
Who are you stumping for?
Mark Butler for New York State Congressman.
For New York State Assemblyman.
Yes.
Mark Butler. Yeah. And I know that he's been really he's done a lot for you guys there.
Yes, he has.
Yeah, with the water.
Or he's trying to. He's not doing anything. We can't get anything done.
Right.
It's funny that your last guest just mentioned maintenance for lighting for the city of Utica.
Yeah.
Mark Valley Water Authority does not want to spend money on the Great Dam Reservoir to replenish the water at Hinckley, and Mark Valley Water Authority does not want to spend money on the lines for Utica. So it is funny that I just watched WKTV and they put Great Reservoir up on their weather map. The Great Reservoir does not exist. So it's propaganda. Right. I don't know if they're unwittingly at WKTV putting Great Reservoir back up as a place on the map. It does not exist.
It does not exist. All right, Paul, thanks. Paul and Hinckley, and by the way, I believe, I don't know if Butler has anybody on. I think he's running at this point unopposed.
I think
that race was in the was basically in the primary. I have two open lines right now. Who are you stumping for? 7360186. 7360186. This is your chance to pipe in, get your voice heard. A lot of people say that never happens. Well, we're giving you that opportunity here right now. Take advantage of it. 7360186 right now. Tony, where are you calling from, Tony? Oh, I got to hit his button, don't I? Good morning, Tony. Where are you calling from?
Calling from Utica.
All right, Tony, you're on.
Well, nationally, I'd like to cancel out the downstate vote for Donald Trump.
All right.
And for Congressman or Congressperson Claudia Tenney.
Okay.
I'd like to make a comment on the paving of the roads in Utica. I could tell you that back in the late 80s, early 90s, I was on the assessment and review board for the city where people come to grieve their taxes.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that was very striking to me was 40% of the taxpayers paid 100% of the tax. And now what I see is I start seeing some things turning around. I see some good things happening in the city. I see that, with nanotech coming in and with urban renewal putting more properties on the tax rolls, I just think that if we put more money back into the infrastructure, first impressions mean a lot. Someone comes to live here, someone wants to drive around, and they're running into potholes, losing a tire. I mean, I felt them all winter, all year this year, just driving around. I just think that it's something that needs to happen. There may be some more pressing issues, but little by little, you have to take care of the infrastructure, and I think the city's on an upswing and has been for a few years now. And I just think that's just my opinion.
So flip the ballot over and vote yes on the proposition.
Absolutely.
All right, Tony. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I do have open line 7360186. Who are you stumping for? Who do you think people should vote for? Whether it's the presidential race or it's all the way down to a state or local race. Who are you? And maybe you're even I hate to keep pushing that, but maybe you're even a candidate and you'd like to have your voice heard. You can do so. 7360186. I'll take a break. Let's load these lines up. It's not every day you get a chance to say, hey, here's who I want you to vote for, and here's why. And you can do it right now. 7360186. I'll come back and take some calls right after this on WIBX.